47 shots.
Knock, knock, ready or not, there's a psycho in the ring, a scary movie exorcist. Your host, come see what lies beneath. At the cabin in the woods, let me in. For Halloween, I'll tell you tales from the hood. If you promise not to scream, I was with carrying some freaks. Driving in Christine with the lights out on Elm Street on Friday the 13th. Took a wrong turn and swerve cause I couldn't see a thing with the Shannon and a 9 and a Sunday trick-or-treat driving. And then I run from cover and leave the others with a grudge cause I still know what they did last summer. Creep through the mist and the fog as darkness falls through the tall grass down a path I saw. So don't flop and my mind split during the descent, so I'm cheating death.
Don't hold your breath.
Got revenge with the undead, Hellraiser, Candyman, Jason, and the boy from the Sixth Sense. Took a stand in zombie land with the queen of the damned and broke the jaws of 7 lost boys with idle hands. The invisible man broken, silence of the lambs is purchased for the birds. Get out while you still can. Don't look now, don't run, don't breathe now. Just hush these voices you can't trust. They're strangers. You're the guest, here's the invitation. Your final destination's with us. From dawn till dusk, we gnaw it up. Dead awake, the slumber's over. Keep your child's playing funny games in a quiet place through midsummer till next October.
Well, welcome back to another week of All Four Downs, the NFL picks. I'm with Hector V and myself, Ovi Muniz. Man, was it a wonderful week 7 of the NFL with your boy, Ovi Muniz, going in at 12-1 on the picks. Wow, that's probably the best record that I've had ever in the history of me picking picks on all the NFL games. And I know you're going to rub it in, Hector. I know you are. But the team that I'm wearing, the team that I'm representing was a team that I did not pick to win. How dare I not be able to support my own team?
I don't know. I'm gonna allow you to have the 12-1, but you are just doing. You right now are in the same boat as the New England Patriots of 2007. Yeah, both lost to the New York Giants. The only bad thing is that the team that you picked last week didn't even score a touchdown against the Giants. That's how embarrassing that one loss is. So you know how people don't remember the 19 wins that the Patriots got that year. They remember the one loss. I think all year we're going to remember that one loss that you got. I mean, you are 2-2 when you pick against the Giants, and you're 0-3 when you pick the Giants. It's not looking good.
I guess I need to pick against them so that way they can continue winning. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And who would have known that Denny Dimes was going to play quarterback, running back, and wide receiver?
Well, if you ever watched the Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, he played first, he played second, he played third, he played every position. So that's what Danny Dimes is doing. Now he's the new logo of the New York Football Giants, not Odell Beckham with the 2 finger, 3 fingers.
Oh, hell. There we go. Listen, we're almost halfway into the NFL season, right? And the number one question that is up in the air right now is which teams look to be the number one top contender in each conference. And let's start with the AFC. What's your view right now in the AFC?
Man, I mean, I like the AFC a little bit more than the NFC at the moment because you got a lot of 2-loss teams in the AFC. You know, you go about the Bengals, the Raiders, the Titans, the Bills, Ravens, Chargers. We can go on and on. I mean, but I just think, honestly, I'm going to start this off. I just still feel like the Buffalo Bills are probably still the better 2-loss team right now. I mean, if you look at who they lost to, granted, but I think they can play with the big dogs when it comes down to it. You know, I think they can handle playing against the Cincinnati for 4 quarters or Raiders team. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a rematch against Tennessee. I still like Buffalo in this situation. So, but you got a lot to choose from here. I mean, who do you say? Who do you think is the best 2-loss team right now?
Well, I'm gonna keep saying the Las Vegas Raiders. Excuse me, I got to get that right. Is probably for me the one team that will represent the AFC for the Super Bowl.
Right.
I said that from the very beginning. This is their story to tell, right? And look at the additional conditions added to the Raiders with Gruden being let go of the team, you know. And then with all the stuff that's happening, then moving from Las Vegas, then to Oakland, back and forth, and then all of a sudden now they moved to Las Vegas, and the whole entire area in Los Angeles still represent the Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I do like the Raiders in this one. It's a good story, but let's not sleep. Look, no one's talking about the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow and Chase. That combination, they have history from LSU. They're coming into the NFL, same team. Chase's rookie year, and they are dominant. Look what they have done to Baltimore. Then you say the Buffalo Bills, but the Bills, they looking good. They look solid, but just like the Kansas City Chiefs, can they last that long?
I think so. Yeah, I totally think, because
did we fool ourselves with that game and everyone convinces the Bills?
Well, if the Bills would have played a little bit more smarter again in that Tennessee game, we could be talking about a 5-1 Buffalo team instead of a 4-2 Buffalo team. You see, I'm going to give them the loss against Pittsburgh. That was a loss. But that Tennessee game, they know they had a chance to win that game or tie it up and play extra to see if we can try to win it in overtime. But, things happen. It is what it is. You got the loss. So, but I'm not going to hold that one over their head too much. I mean, I still like Buffalo so far.
All right. What about the NFC?
Man, the NFC, you would think they're more dominant right now because we got a lot of one-loss teams, and nobody's putting any respect behind the undefeated Cardinals. But, however, I think Tampa Bay is still the defending champs, and I can overlook that loss to the Rams. I think Tampa Bay is still the team to beat until somebody knocks them off. And, hey, the Rams are in playoff position, so I can't take that away from them. They did what they did against Brady and company. But can you continue doing that? The Cowboys could have done it, should have done it, but they didn't. Mistakes, and you got to put pressure on Brady. You got to be able to put pressure on him and not allow him to do the things that he's doing. And if you allow him to do it, he's going to continue winning. And watch out, Cardinals. The Buccaneers are coming. They don't play each other, but they're coming for that number one spot.
Well, you know what? A lot more teams are coming after the Arizona Cardinals, and we're going to be talking about them for our first pick for Thursday Night Football as they host the Green Bay Packers. But listen, I like the Los Angeles Rams, and even though they suffered that loss, look, when it comes to the playoffs, it's the playoffs, and the Rams look pretty good. I like their defense. They're going to get better all the way past week 17. They're going to clinch. They're going to be in the playoffs. That's a difference maker. My second one that I'm worried about is the Dallas Cowboys. They're looking better every week, but do their schedule prepare them to be an elite team to represent? Now, I understand a lot of people on that bandwagon now, like, oh my God, now they're complete. They're going to the Super Bowl. Relax, like Aaron Rodgers says, RELAX. Let's not overhype. We still got plenty of football, and until they start clinching and everything else, let's see what they have in store, because the NFC East division is not powerful, and that is the downfall right there.
Yeah, right? I mean, we talk about that. The Dallas Cowboys at this moment hold the number 4 seed with a record of 5-1. Okay, so you got to play for that home field. I mean, because we know now with the new playoff scenario that the number 2 seed got to play in the first round. So number 2, number 3, number 4, number 2, 3, and 4 will get a first home game. It's just depending on who the Cowboys will get in that first round. And if we're looking at it right now, they may be, as at the moment, they're playing the Rams. Can they handle something like that? Can the Cowboys play offense against the Rams offense? I mean, this is going to be tough. Don't forget, the Packers have been to the NFC Championship game, 2-3 years in a row. They just can't get to the Super Bowl. So that's going to be another problem. The Cowboys are going to really have to step it up if they're going to do anything and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.
But we'll see. Like I said, my pick right now is the Rams and the Raiders. I'm still holding to those 2 picks. And what better than having the Super Bowl in the new stadium there in Los Angeles to have those 2 teams there?
That'd be awesome.
Things can happen. And normally when I pick those 2 teams, more than likely those are the 2 teams that get eliminated first in the playoffs. So it is what it is. But I'm excited. I'm excited on this. I'm excited for this week's picks too. And
Yes.
we're definitely going to be covering it right now for our
Yeah.
very first one. Green Bay Packers versus the Arizona Cardinals. The downfall about this is that the Green Bay Packers are now suffering guys with COVID-19. They're on the list and will not be playing on Thursday. As far as Arizona, look, besides that COVID-19 stuff, listen, Green Bay's traveling to Arizona.
Mhm.
Arizona just come off another home game,
Mhm.
all right? And they're situated at home. And because of that, I'm picking Arizona to win Thursday night.
Look, going into Thursday night, you and I have both got a 6-1 record going into Thursday night. Okay, so I knew this was going to be a great test for our record for Thursday nights. This is a potential playoff game, second round playoff matchup. Who knows? We can see it, we may not. But these two teams right here, Arizona has won the last 3 meetings against Green Bay. Okay, Arizona ranks in the top 10 when it comes to passing yards, rushing yards, and points. Okay, they're fourth in passing yards allowed. Okay, Arizona overall is fourth on defense. Now, need I say any more? Okay, Green Bay has dealing with some injuries, COVID things, but I think Arizona is still a little more complete right now. And not saying I'm taking none away from Aaron Rodgers, but Kyler Murray, he's got a lot of weapons over there that he's got. Okay,
Yes, he does.
he's got a three-headed monster on that wide receiver core over there. So, and then he got some guy named JJ Watt on defense. I don't know what's. So I got Arizona winning this game also, but I look for a good shootout for
Fair
Thursday
enough.
night.
I like that. I like that. So what about let's go move on to Carolina and Atlanta.
Well, talk about Carolina and Atlanta, right? To me, I think the Panthers are in the same boat as the Broncos. Well, we're going to get to the Broncos later. Okay, Carolina is 1-6 in the last 7 games against the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, and when you talk about Atlanta's defense versus Carolina's offense at this point, with Carolina losing 4 in a row, their offense ranks 25th in the league. Atlanta's defense has been stepping it up lately, and so I can see where Atlanta is going to outplay them defensively. Plus, to me, they got the better quarterback than Carolina does. Okay, Matt Ryan is Matt Ryan, and I think in this situation, Atlanta will come out victorious over Carolina, sending them to yet another loss.
All right, man. I agree with you. I agree with Atlanta beating over Carolina. Just the fact that they couldn't score a touchdown against the New York Giants. Okay. The Giants are strong is trying to find their identity. Okay. And I think they allowed the Giants to uh, practice some new plays that they weren't able to do in any other games to say, hey, let's see if this works. So we could try it for next week. And then you got Atlanta that actually beat the Giants already. So I mean,
Mm,
listen,
Giants could have should have
I
won
don't
that
want to
game.
say it's a no-brainer, but Atlanta has to win this game, or I don't know why Atlanta's playing football at all. Most create some more bye weeks. Am I right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Atlanta's outside on the outside looking in. They're on the bubble. They're the number one team in the bubble right now, looking in, looking out from in. So yeah.
Now, Miami versus Buffalo.
Mm,
We're already talking about how you're favorite in Buffalo. Miami 1-6. They're 1-3 away. We got Brissett as the no, Tua's back.
hmm
Even though Brissett has a higher stats than him because Tua's injury, but I think that there's a big issue in the quarterback, and I think now they're regretting not to draft appropriately. Okay, and as far as Buffalo's concerned, they're a complete team. They have a lot of questionable players, whether they're going to play this weekend. And most of the time, if they're questionable, they're playing. And I will take Josh Allen anytime on this one. I'm picking Buffalo to win.
Yeah, Buffalo has won 6 straight in this series between Miami. Even though Miami overall leads the all-time series, but Buffalo's just been on a charge in this series. And you're talking about Buffalo's number one defense against Miami's 28th ranked offense. I mean, I'm sorry, man. Buffalo's defense is just something too nasty to be dealing with. So, we got it. We know defense wins championships. If Buffalo continues playing on defense the way they are, they're going to be a scary thing for the AFC. Halloween's coming up. Boom. They can scare people. So, yeah, I got Buffalo winning this game.
Oh man, he's saying Miami upset. I don't see it, man.
Mm,
I'm sorry. I don't see it. Now they were good last year. They were good last
That
year.
was
You
last year,
see,
though.
it sounds like somebody I know on another episode of All Four Downs. One of my other hosts for college football. It doesn't matter what happened last year, it's what's happening now.
Right.
And Miami can't find it. They're trying to debate whether or not they're going to get Deshaun Watson, but hey, that's just another story there, man. So, hey, another story here is San Francisco versus Chicago. You want to talk about quarterback issues? The 49ers, I mean, Garoppolo or Lance, I mean, who's going to start in that game, right? I mean, Garoppolo for now, but then you go to the other side and the Chicago Bears. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with the whole entire coaching staff if Justin Fields is not performing. I mean, did you look at Justin Fields, the way he was looking? I mean, they created memes against this guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, look at that. Oops. Yeah, I know. We're here for you, Adam. We're here for you. But I tell you what, I'm picking San Francisco just because Justin Fields, he thinks that everything's too slow for him. So it's going to continue to go slow for him. And in reality hits that maybe you should watch what you say. But 49ers will take this on the road.
This is what I was telling you earlier. I had two games I was having a hard time with. This was one of them because the thing is Chicago's lost 2 in a row. San Francisco's lost 4 in a row. Okay. San Francisco, their only 2 wins, both came on the road. So I think that's what benefits them. But what's crazy about this series is that it's almost an even thing. San Francisco has a 2-game lead in the all-time series against these two, but Chicago won the last meeting. And in the last 6 meetings, it's like a flip-flop. They just seem to beat each other back and forth in the last 6 meetings. But, yeah, when you talk about, quarterback here, I don't care who San Francisco got going on there. Chicago got a lot going on over there, and I don't think they're ready. I think the 49ers will bounce back from that rainy home loss to come on the road and beat Chicago myself. So, I got them.
We're getting even on this one.
So
We
far.
haven't disagreed yet.
So far,
that's dangerous. Come on.
Hey, I got
2 or 3, so I can look good.
Hey, I got a 3-game. I'm 3 games behind. I got some catching up to do. But hey, you don't make it all up in one time. It takes time.
No,
it's okay.
Just like Pittsburgh. They started from the bottom. They're trying to work their way up, right?
Yes, they are.
Another Drake movement. But Pittsburgh versus Cleveland. Listen, I normally would have gone for Cleveland right away. But there's just something about Cleveland that they're on a decline right now. Okay. They lost 2 of the last 3 games. I mean, did you count the victory over Denver? I mean, I know Denver's garbage. I'm sorry. I know people were asking about Denver, but they're not elite and they're looking for a quarterback to complete that team. But with these two, I mean, look, Mayfield, if they're saying that he's going to be back to play in this game, I don't think if he's playing or not playing, Roethlisberger, I think that team and the way that the head coach responded to all the chaos or whatever about rumors of him coaching USC, that went out the window, right? Coach Tomlin's not going nowhere,
right?
Right, exactly. And I think it's going to prove a point that Pittsburgh is here to stay. Tomlin's here to stay. They're going to beat Cleveland, and that game will be by 10 points.
And it's crazy because Cleveland right now is holding the number 7 seed, which makes it into the playoffs this year because of the 17 playoff situation. And the Steelers are half game because of the bye. They're half game behind them. They're number 8 right now in the bubble looking in. We know this is a series. I mean, these two teams been playing since 1950. Do you know that gas prices were 27 cents a gallon in 1950?
Damn.
The first time these two teams played in October of 1950?
Man, when I was raising up, it was 99 cents a gallon.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, these two, what's scary is that Cleveland is 3-1 at home. Okay, they got this home game. They've won the last 2 meetings against Pittsburgh. Okay, but it's just something. I think Pittsburgh coming off this bye week, they're rested up. I think they can get at it and take care of Cleveland because Cleveland, yeah, they're banged up. They took advantage of a Denver team who was kind of sloppy, right? But right now, it just seems like Cleveland is not clicking on a consistent cylinder. You know what I'm saying? No. And that's what's kind of scary. At first, they looked at elite. They looked at great. I mean, their defense is up there. Their defense ranked in the top 10 in the NFL. I'm taking nothing away from Cleveland. But it's just something about Pittsburgh right now. I think that give them the slight edge in this matchup first time around. We'll see what happens going second go around because Cleveland can get everybody back and it'll be a different story. But for
they're all questionable right now, and they're favored 3.5 on this one.
Yes,
but I think Pittsburgh are going to outright win this game.
I think so too. I got Pittsburgh in this game also.
All right, Philadelphia versus Detroit.
Oh Lord,
it's going to get any harder than this. And the only reason why I say that is because even though the Lions are 0-7, they playing like they're not playing like a no-loss team. A no-win team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're right.
Like they've been in 0-16. They set the record already, but they're not playing like that season.
No, they have an identity. Philadelphia can't figure out what's going on in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy again about this series is that it's all knotted up. The all-time series is 16-2. So whoever wins this game, if there's a winner, will take the lead in the all-time series. These two are just going back and forward. And believe it or not, Ovi, I'm going to start this off. Detroit has won 3 in a row in this series, okay? And so I am going to go for the upset, and I'm going to take Detroit to beat Philadelphia in this game. I am taking the winless Detroit Lions at home to beat the Philadelphia Eagles in an upset.
Wow.
Yes.
I think the Lions performing what they did, having a chance to pull an upset against the Rams. They couldn't do it.
I know
it. Right? And I think that energy is left over there. Okay. they left it on that game. They have no soul right now. They still trying to find themselves. I'm sorry, but sometimes the truth hurts. And Jalen Hurts is gonna make them hurt even more, man. So I'm telling you, the Eagles are going to win.
I just feel like Detroit is riding on a high confidence because they took LA. They rope-a-doped them. They rope-a-doped LA. Okay, so we almost lost that game. I mean, I'm just scratching my head like, what is going on here? They just taking the Rams to the limit here. Mm-hmm. And Philadelphia is not a better team than LA. You know, they started off strong when they ran out of gas, against the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? It's like they left all their energy in the first quarter against the Raiders, and bam, the Raiders went poof. Okay, now it's my time.
How'd it go again?
Poof.
Oh, yeah. All right, fair enough. So we got one disagreement here. I'm going for Philly. You're going for Detroit.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. And hey, everybody, thank you for watching our show and supporting us. It's brought to you by CMG's podcast. Visit clovercrestmedia.com for the rest of the podcast of sports and every type of genre there is. Hey, real quick. Tennessee, Indianapolis, not real quick. We're going to talk about it next. Tennessee, Indianapolis, Tennessee looking solid. That running game is solid. Okay.
I can't argue that.
Somehow they're going back to the books and doing things the right way. Against Indianapolis. Ouch. That's all I got to say is ouch. You got Tannehill versus Wentz. You got Henry versus Taylor. Taylor's an awesome running back, man. I mean, I seen this guy running in Wisconsin. Yeah. You know, he's running over people.
Yeah.
And this is a very hard pick for me because Titans, they're 2-1 on the road. Colts 1-2. And I told you before the show, there's a trap game. And the trap game is this game right here. Okay. But if you want to stick to what we're talking about, the playoffs and this and that, I'm telling you right now, the Tennessee Titans, they got to continue winning, right? Mm-hmm. Indianapolis Colts, I mean, this is going to be a gap if the Titans win.
Yes.
And I'm going for the Titans. They're going to represent the AFC South.
What's crazy is
to make that gap, and then that's all she wrote.
What's crazy is that Indianapolis is favored in this game. That's what's crazy about it. I'm like really shocked that they are favored in this game. Is it because of their performance last week in the rain against San Francisco? Because they really didn't show anything in the rain. You know what I'm saying?
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But see, the thing is, the Colts is 1-3 in the last.
There you go. Milli Vanilli. Well, it's a symbol of Milli Vanilli.
But they lip synced the song. Yeah, they were fake. They were fake. They lip synced
Indianapolis, I think you're fake on this one.
Indianapolis is 1-3 in the last 4 games against Tennessee. Okay, so there's no doubt that I think if they incorporate Henry in this game, there's no way Indianapolis is going to be able to stop them. Okay, Tennessee's offense is ranked 11th versus Indianapolis's defense was 15th. So it should be a pretty good matchup there. But as long as you give the ball to Henry, poof, it's over with.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go back to one of these comments, man. Alexander, thank you for supporting us. Detroit has an N is better team than Philly. Okay. We have 2 wins because our division, the NFC least, sucks. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. Right? Yeah.
I'm just saying, I just think Detroit's playing better football than Philadelphia. Philadelphia just found a way of winning 2 games. Detroit is trying. They're trying their best.
You know who's not trying? The Jets.
Let's just refresh everybody's memory what the Jets stand for. Just end the season. Let's just remember. Let's just do that, please, and refresh everybody.
I mean, this is bad luck for the Jets, though, man. They lose their quarterback. You know, everything's so dysfunctional, but you got to give the Jets time. You really do. Got to give the Jets time. But the time is not now, though. You know, because boom, do your thing, poof. Do your thing, Hector.
Hey, Cincinnati's won 3 straight in this series. Cincinnati is just on top of the AFC at 5-2. I mean, they're doing their thing. And so, yeah, we're just going to stick the Jets in a hat, a magic trick, and poof, they're gone. I mean, they're just
sad for the Ravens because the Ravens are actually rooting for the other teams to beat the Bengals so they could be on top, right? And this is the wrong team to root for.
No,
so this is definitely not a trap game.
No. I think Baltimore just needs to stick to what they need to do and not worry about what the Jets can't do. So
I'm sorry, Adam. I got him this week. I'm gonna get him again. Let's see how many more differential picks that we have. But right now, we only got one difference here.
Just one.
One. And if you think Detroit's gonna win, I don't know. But hey, Bengals, you got Bengals. I think we can move on the next one.
That's too easy. Scroll. Come on now, please. I mean, what's there to talk about in this game?
No, the biggest topic is whether Deshaun Watson is going to get traded now. Exactly. Now he opened the doors for others to go and pick him up.
Right.
But the trade deadline is coming up this Tuesday, and no one's want to make an offer because of the 22 allegations he's dealing with in the state of Texas. So,
you know, like Jay-Z said, right? 99 problems, but just on ain't one.
Going to the different team ain't one. That's right.
Nope.
New England versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, this is the game that I am like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, the last time I went for the Patriots, I won last week, but before that, they kept losing every time I picked them. So, the Chargers, they good.
The Patriots got the pieces. They just need to put the pieces together to make a puzzle. You cannot just have the pieces and say, look, I got a puzzle. No, you got to put everything together, you know? And I just think that the Chargers are a more complete team. They're even though the Patriots are 2-0 on the road this year, but the Chargers are 2-1 at home. So I think the Chargers are going to come into this game just blazing saddles, and they're going to take New England. New England's going to do their thing, but they ain't going to put 54 points up on the Chargers.
No, they're not going to put 54 points. But I bet you that they're going to play a good, solid defense against Justin Herbert. Yeah. And I'm picking New England for an upset on this game.
Okay, well,
because even though the Chargers are 4-2, their run differential is in a negative.
Right.
You know what I mean? So how are you going to call yourself a contender against the Raiders if you can't really put up points? You see what I'm saying? And I think that Mac Jones is finding his groove. And I think Belichick got the formula to put New England. I mean, there's a reason why New England's undefeated on the road. I'm just saying. So
I mean, they're like number 9 right now in the bubble, looking in. I mean, they're fighting for that spot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fighting for that spot too, being on ESPN, my man. Hector, go against New England now.
Yes, I'm going for the Chargers, baby. Charge.
Yeah. Hey, we're 2 differentials right now. Two. That's right. Hey, listen, Jacksonville and Seattle.
Okay, look, Seattle 3-0, 3-0 at home all time against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is not a big series. This is not an all time thing, but Seattle has a winning record. They're 5-3 against the Jags all time. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they got things to figure out. Seattle is at home. I know they don't got Russell Wilson, but I think they're going to do just enough to beat the Jags at home. It's a must win for Seattle. I mean, they know this is they're in a situation better than what Jacksonville is to get to the playoffs. So they have to come back. They just squandered that loss to New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
this is the time to come
I agree
home
with you.
So yeah, this just come
I'm
back.
agree with you. I'm gonna go for Seattle. Look, Jacksonville has not won on the road, but
Mhm.
Seattle has not won at home. And the 12th team, as what they call it, right?
Mhm.
Seattle will take it. They'll get the job done. They're gonna beat Jacksonville. Jacksonville going home crying with their one win, and they're probably only gonna have one win throughout the whole season. So maybe the coach will go back to Ohio and go back to that nightclub where he was doing. I don't know, but yeah. Washington versus Denver. Now this one's a good game. This is a good game. It's gonna be worth watching. I'm
This
picking
one,
Washington though.
this was
Sorry.
my second game that I had a hard time with.
Mhm.
These two teams are just dumb and dumber. I'm sorry. When I looked at the history between these two, I mean they're tied at 7 apiece. Okay, the last 6 games they've swapped wins. Okay, and so it's like, and then the last 4 home games with these two teams, the home team has won. Okay, so if history it was to repeat itself, then we would say Denver's going to win this game. But again, Denver is all over the place. At least Washington is somewhat on the right road. They just keep swerving a little bit. I mean, and they played pretty well against Green Bay last week. So I think it's going to be a mile high upset, and I think Washington is going to go to Denver and beat them, and just
Yeah.
Denver's going to continue with their licking their wounds, just like Carolina is.
Look, they
So
have some similarities, and I'm gonna tell you like this. Okay. Washington and Denver, they do average 20 points a game.
yeah,
Denver does have a better defense,
yes, they do. Yes, they
right?
do.
They
Yeah,
do, but they have injuries in the defense
yeah,
on that side of the ball. Now, I'm tell you that right now, because of those injuries, and I'm looking here, like Von Miller is still questionable. Will he be 100% in that game? If Von Miller is going to be the big difference maker if he does start this weekend, and
right.
if he does, then I'm like, damn, I can't change my pick. I like Denver, but Denver's offense is not that great either. And then you have to give it up to Heineke, right? I'm probably saying his name wrong. I know I'm speaking about the beer and
I
everything.
think I think it's close to the beer Heineken. We call him
Yeah,
Budweiser,
beer
Coors
Heineken.
Light, or whatever you want to call
Yeah.
him.
I mean, you're talking about Bridgewater. Bridgewater's not an elite quarterback. I'm sorry. That's what I kept saying is that Denver needs a quarterback. And could they get a quarterback? I'm telling you right now, every week I'm gonna say Desmond Ridder fits to be in the Denver Broncos. He'll do a better job than Terry Bridgewater.
We've
Right.
seen what
But
Denver has done. I mean, when they
yeah.
run after the first 3 games, they started running the
Look,
gauntlet.
I was at the game against the
So
Giants when the Giants lost, right? I mean, they lost Judy, but I tell you what, they were only getting lucky because what the schedule gave them,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But Washington got their number; they'll take care of business. And I know I'm
yeah.
probably going against Adam because Adam's probably going for the Denver Broncos. Hector, dum, poof.
Hey, Washington and Denver, dumb and dumber over here.
Hey, you know what, Adam? If Denver wins, I'll give you a big shout out, and then I have you on the show, and just tell me that I don't know, whatever you want to tell me. Tell me that Tampa Bay versus New Orleans, this is a trap game, all right. And the reason why is because, look, I'm a firm believer. Somewhere down the line, Tampa Bay's got to lose another game. Okay, Tom Brady's not going to always throw over 400 yards. He ain't going to throw like 3, 4, 5 touchdowns a game. He's going to slow down somewhere down the line. He did the same thing with New England, right? Jets was his kryptonite. Could New Orleans be his kryptonite? Can New Orleans just control that ball and keep running it, right? I think they could. I'm just not confident in myself to even pick New Orleans, so I'm going to stick with Tampa Bay.
It's crazy because Tampa Bay's 1-5 in the last 6 games against New Orleans. But the thing is, they didn't have Tom Brady. I mean, yeah, Tom Brady came in last year, and New Orleans still found a way of beating them. But when it came down to the big time game, in the playoffs, Tampa Bay did their thing and they won. Tampa Bay has the number 2 ranked offense in the league, first in passing, okay, because of Tom Brady. We all know that. And then you got New Orleans, who's 20th against the pass. That's not going to look good if you kind of going against Tom Brady. So I'm sorry. This is going to take. I think there's going to be a Mardi Gras party for the Buccaneers in New Orleans. I got Tampa Bay winning this game.
And it's funny because you would think that New Orleans will throw the ball more, right? Because Winston does got an arm. But if you look at it, he's barely creeped over 1,000 yards of passing, right? And Kamara, he's running the show there, but his yardage is not up there either. Right. He's only have 114 carries for 419 yards. But look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady's already thrown over 2,000. He's already got 21 touchdowns. I mean, this guy's on fire. I mean, because he got all that weapon. You know what I mean? So, averaging 33 points, but the Saints are averaging 16 points against them. So, they say defense wins championships, but this is the regular season. Tampa Bay all the way.
Yeah, I got Tampa Bay.
All right, Dallas versus Minnesota.
Man, Halloween night. I am intrigued for this game. And you look at the history between these two teams, it is as close can be. Dallas is up 17-15 all time against the Vikings. Okay, and Vikings lost last 3 of the last 4 matches against, the Cowboys. But listen, Minnesota's 3-3 this year. Okay, but they lost by 3 to Cincinnati. They lost by 1 to Arizona. They lost by a touchdown to Cleveland. All 3 of those games go one way or another. We're talking about a 6-0 Minnesota Viking team right now. Okay, when he lost to Cincinnati, Cousins threw for 351 yards. Okay, when he lost to Arizona, he threw for 244 yards. And when he lost to Cleveland, he threw for 203 yards. He was still throwing the ball. That offense was still doing their thing. I don't think, honestly, that the Cowboys are going to be able to stop that. It's just going to – I'm thinking the Cowboys are going to have to try to match them point for point. But, see, the Cowboys are giving up 24 points a game. Okay, granted, the Vikings are scoring 18 points a game at home, but I think if the Cowboys are giving up that many points a game, their defense is really not showing too much. Okay, Kirk Cousins is going to be out there saying, "Do you like that? You like that? I'm going for the Vikings in this game at home on Halloween night at home to beat the Dallas Cowboys."
Wow, you taking this personal.
And I will be wearing my Viking jersey.
I'm sorry, man.
That's okay.
I would go. I will go against any team other than the Giants right now, but I just don't see the Dallas Cowboys losing to Minnesota. I just don't see it.
This is a trap game for the Cowboys.
Yeah,
because Minnesota is not a pushover.
Prescott is on his way to become MVP this season. He got to be in that discussion or a comeback season, right?
It's a discussion. But that's about it. Like Heisman hopefuls, they're just hopeful. That's about it.
He's hopeful to win another game.
So, I think the Vikings are going to pull out an upset.
I'm sorry, man. I just
okay.
can't do it with you.
That's okay. That's okay. That's what
I got Dallas in this game.
All right. All right.
Poof. All right, man. Listen, that's a good Sunday night game on Halloween.
Yes.
And I'm sure a lot of attention's there. If Minnesota wins, good. If not, it is what it is, right? But Monday Night Football, the New York Giants are back at prime time. Now, they're going against the Kansas City Chiefs, which they're not playing prime time like they usually do. But you never know what you're going to get out of the New York Giants. So, I lost last week because I didn't pick them. I'm wearing this to make you officially known that I'm going to pick the G-Men, all right? And they're going to get the job done. I just don't know how they're going to get it done. I don't have a game plan yet, and I don't think anybody knows until the game starts.
Well, remember what I told you in the beginning of the show that you're 0-3 when you pick the Giants.
Mm,
So, yeah.
mm,
It's crazy
mm.
because this is going to be the first game in the month of November. So somebody's going to start off 1-0 in the month of November. I know it's crazy to say that, but the Giants are 11-3 all time against the Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be Patrick Mahomes' first time playing against the New York Football Giants. Interesting. Kansas City's defense is 28th in the NFL. They suck on defense. So Danny Dimes and them boys could probably put a little bit of points on the board. But Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. I think he's still a better quarterback than Danny Dimes is. And so I am going to lean towards the home team here, and I'm going to do the tomahawk chop, and I'm going for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Are you serious right now?
Yes, I am serious.
Oh, you really want to catch up to me right now?
Yes, I'm serious. Well, I mean, it's going to be all or nothing to kind of catch up to you with these 4 games. I just lose one of these games. I mean, I'm still behind. So
I'm really surprised that you're going to go against your own New York Giants on this one.
Anything to catch up to you? Yeah.
Anything to catch just for that?
No, I'm just messing with you.
Oh, you ain't right. You ain't right. Listen,
I mean,
the
look,
only thing, if the New York Giants defense, and I would normally say if our defense was able to attack quarterbacks,
right,
then it's a no-brainer that Mahomes will throw 4 or 5 interceptions in this game, right?
he looks like a fumbler. I mean, he's
But
all over
the
the
thing
place.
is that we don't have a big defensive end that could rush through and get to the quarterback. And that's why he's going to be comfortable, with a weak offensive line, and he's going to throw the ball. I got it. But there's just something about Danny Dimes. Look, the play call's got to be better. It's got to improve.
We don't need our quarterback to lead the team in rushing, okay? And so if the Chiefs defense just pressure him, he's going to have him running all over the place, and it's going to be a question of whether or not they're going to stop him because he is our top leading rusher on our team. That is sad to say. It shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
It should be. But it is, yeah.
No.
And the thing is, I think the Giants can put some points on the board because the Chiefs are giving up 29 points a game. So that gives the Giants hope to do something in this game in Kansas City,
Right.
But I just honestly I think the Chiefs are going to find a way of pulling this one out at home against the Giants.
All right. So I'm going to tell you this right now. Looking through the spread and everything else, it call me crazy, but this parlay is going to be great. I'm picking the Bengals at -10.5. I'm picking the Patriots, to add 5 points, because I think it's going to be a close game. And if it's by a field goal, I come out winning on that money, And I'm picking the Buccaneers at favorite at 5.5. So those 3 games, if you were the betting man, those are the top 3 games that I'm going to tell you right now. You should pick those because this guy is. This guy is. You're right. I'm staying away from the Cowboys and Vikings. You got me convinced. I won't touch it. But
that one's going to be tricky. That one's tricky.
Yeah. But then there's going to be one game, and that's why I'm waiting until Sunday. Who's going to have a bigger money line? And that's where I'm going to put that dollar for that because $1 could get you a lot of money if you pick the biggest money line there is, and it's the biggest underdog. So
I think the Thursday night game is going to set the pace for how our Sunday is going to look.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big game, and so we'll see.
Adam, if you had a better quarterback than Bridgewater, I would say, all right, I believe you. But I just don't see it, my friend. I'm sorry. Prove me wrong this Sunday. Hey, that's it, man. That's all we got. This is the show. Hector, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully I get it the undefeated record this week, man.
Oh, 15 games, man. That's gonna be a lot.
15 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
It's a lot.
But hey, stay tuned because tomorrow on All Four Downs, we have the college picks. Interesting weekend. My favorite is Michigan versus Michigan State, Georgia versus Florida, and a lot more games that we're picking. We're picking 10 games. All the games are in the top 25. Plus, I got a debate with Jace about why Cincinnati and Oklahoma should not be in the top 4. All right.
Agree.
I don't understand why he still got them tied at second in his list when clearly they're not performing. But hey, that's for tomorrow. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, I do got an Ohio State Buckeye. Adam, one more thing, and I know this is for tomorrow's show, but the hype is not in this game, man. Penn State lost, man. That's all I'm saying. They're going on a different path, and the head coach of Penn State, he might be the next coach for USC. I'm just saying. But save that for tomorrow's debate. Thank you for watching. And once again, you're listening to All Four Downs, part of the CMG Sports Podcast Network. Adios. Yo, can you puff the dragon? Yeah. I mean, not puff the dragon. I mean, poof. Let's go. Poof.